Hello, everyone. This is Hassan coming at you with a video. This is the second video in our series dealing with the five pillars of Al-Islam, Shahada, the five witnesses, the five poles that hold up the faith. And this is a elementary look at the five pillars. It's not intended to be a scholarly discourse. We are simply trying to introduce the concept of the five pillars to the general audience. We hope to remind ourselves and those who have been Muslim forever, but is basically intended to give information to the new Muslims or the ones who are curious about Al-Islam. There are more scholarly, in-depth videos concerning Usul al-Fiqh that you can find on YouTube. You can get books from Barnes & Noble, Amazon, etc. So this is not intended to be a discourse on Usul al-Fiqh, or the science of the fiqh. No, this is only intended to be an introduction to the basic understanding of the five pillars of Al-Islam. So, without further ado, we're going to piggyback on our first video in the series. The first video in the series is simply entitled The Five Pillars of Islam. You can find that on the YouTube channel, and we will have that as a video to go to in the link. So, we say Tauheed. The word Tauheed has many meanings, but meaning we're going to focus on in this video is the unity. Tauheed means oneness, a unification, meaning that Allah, God, He is alone, He is one. He has no deviations, no partners, nothing in association with His grandeur, with His power, etc. So Tauheed is a declaration of that fact, that there's only one originator, one entity that originated creation. We use the term entity because we have no other word that we can use at the moment that is better, but Allah is beyond that. Allah is not a being. Allah is beyond. We say supreme being, but actually Allah is simply supreme. Allah is the ultimate. God is the ultimate. He is the originator of every conceivable thing that we can imagine. Even the stuff that man considers himself the creator of, by proxy, comes from God. Yes, comes from Allah, comes from God, comes from Yahweh. So we use the term unity when we describe Tauheed, because Allah is alone. He's not one. To say that He's one intimates that there may be a second one. But there's not a second entity. There's not a dual entity. There's only one. So we say Allah, He is simply alone. Yes, Wahid. He is by Himself. Never has there been a partner, never will there be a partner. So Allah says in the Qur'an, and He describes what pure Tawheed is in Surah Al-Ikhlas, the 112th chapter of the Holy Qur'an. Allah says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We begin with the illustrious name of Allah, the merciful benefactor, the merciful redeemer. Allah says in this particular chapter of the Holy Qur'an, the last testament, He says, Qul huwallahu ahad. He commands Muhammad. The word qul is a command verb. Any Arab-speaking person, or anyone acquainted with Arabic, know that qul is a command. it's a verb commandment. It's take action. So Muhammad the Prophet, the last of the in the line of the prophetic progression for the human development, he is told by Allah, by God, the originator, to tell them that he, Allah, he is alone. That the he of all the scriptures is Allah, and he is alone. He is by himself. There's nothing that can be compared. So God gives a description of himself. We don't have to define God. He gives us a description. He tells us who he is. And so to Ikhlas, that he is alone, that he is Ahad. And that is, Ahad is one of the 99 plus 1 names of Allah. And Allah has many more names than 100, but we rounded off with the 100 most popular names of God. But God, there are unlimited number of attributes that we can give to the Creator. But most scholars in Islam round it off to 100, 99. And some say there's one name that is secret. So that's why we say 99 plus 1. So we know that God tells Muhammad the Prophet to enlighten the people and let them know that he is alone, he is by himself.